Waddy buckety, pong ring badoo.
About 3 weeks ago,
When penguins flew.
our intrepid adventurers were at the Stargate Corporation facility preparing for their inevitable launch to their new mission to the S.H.I.V.A homeworld. Or at least what they assume to be a S.H.I.V.A homeworld. No, that is what the Bravo Squad told them. Oh. Tomato, tomato, potato, patata. You did, however, just before the end of the episode, witness a news broadcast about an unidentified object appearing into the solar system on a direct collision course towards Earth. You have an inkling of a thought what this might be. So, you had, I do believe, agreed on having your party be the one to secure the gate first.
Mm-hmm.
However, for some weird reason, the compromise is that one of their squad changes place with one of your squad. You chose the hacker man to stay behind.
Mm.
But who is the Bravo squad member you wish to take in his stead? Is it Mrs. White, the obnoxious, upstanding lady from the old world? Is it the chipper and high-strung Miss King? Is it Mr. Black, the only police officer in the squad? Or is it the Scandinavian beauty pageant? I ask you, which one do you request for?
Mrs. White's their leader, right?
Mrs. White seems to be their leader, yes. He does seem to hold that sort of authority.
So we don't want her.
Who's the cop?
Mr. Black.
Jack Black.
Jack Black, of course. Right.
Why would we want two cops on one party?
I'm just thinking more experience with handling things.
He is also their mechanic, I think.
Right, so maybe not him.
That would leave the Scandinavian and
the Scandinavian linguist and the
squirrel.
Yeah, the squirrel. That's a good one.
And the squirrel that likes to play video games.
So I'm thinking we're just swapping like for like.
I would suggest either Jack or Squirrel. So I don't have a problem with S.H.I.V.A.
Miss White is also the hacker, says Froggy.
Strangely enough, I can hack too.
I can hack 3, but
and ever since Doug gave away one of his electronics points, I can probably hack better than he can.
Unless he's using his magical powers.
Unless he's using his magical powers, yes.
Bum, bum, bum.
Can we borrow those, Doug? You want to lend some of those?
No.
I like Froggy. Froggy's going with my name. Squirrel seems friendly. No one knows anything about Jack.
No one's bothered to ask.
That was Doug's job. We could spend 3 hours deciding which one to take, and then
that's not going to help, Bud.
Then Carlos comes back, and
and then he says, "I don't want to stay back, but behind."
I would change my mind.
Or we could take Mrs. White.
To just neuter that team completely by forcing their leader to be with us.
You
I-
are assuming they don't have a hierarchy leader system where there is a next in line. You
could just
don't.
imagine.
You're
Well, you
just
guys
apparently an
don't care.
anarcho-communistic society where you're all in charge and nobody's making any decisions.
Exactly.
And this would be
Yeah.
payback for all the brattiness we just did for the last 30 minutes to him.
Okay.
We could take Squirrel.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like for like. Swap.
So that would be Jack.
No, if they're getting Doug.
Carlos, we take White.
Oh,
Ah, shit, no, that's not gonna work out.
That would basically be it, because White is
They're hacker.
yeah. That's why I said, why don't we just take Squirrel?
Yeah, fair enough.
We got Lobster Mobster.
I kind of just want to. I want to see Wooster bossing us around and us ignoring him. That's why I was suggesting White.
Yeah, but again, actually, if we leave Miss White over there, then Carlos gets to deal with Mrs. White.
Gets to or has to?
Has to.
We begin the next episode with an image of Mrs. White sleeping next to.
Carlos?
Yes,
You-
Carlos, not the character he plays.
Are they? Oh wait! Are they sleeping on the casting couch?
That's not that.
There's just a cigarette being
seen-
passed between the two of them.
We've seen Carlos's
haven't
bed
seen-
before, but
Forget perfection.
See, Carlos, we're giving you a date automatically.
Yeah.
I hope
I'm
Carlos
waiting
is
for
here,
him
son
to-
Bernie.
I'm actually waiting for him to pop in chat. Like I have it up to see who pops into chat, and he did. He wasn't there a while ago, but now he's not. So yeah, his ears have to be burning. This is all payback. I can't even.
Either that, or we can just let Bravo team pick who they think will be best served to come with us.
Or-
Do you
Yeah,
really
we
want
could-
to give me the choice?
Actually,
I rolled a one.
actually,
That
no,
would be
stop.
White.
Stop. Why don't we leave it to the dice?
I rolled a
It's
one.
not
That's
giving it.
White.
It's not giving it to Wooster. It's giving it to Roll20.
You can do that if you really want to.
Right,
It takes
so-
it out of our hands and it takes it out of Wooster's
One.
hands.
It's Mrs. White.
Actually, we should make Wooster roll it.
Actually, you probably should agree on a list which order they're in.
Which number is what?
Yeah!
They
I
At the
like
were
it.
moment, you
introduced.
have names.
They were introduced to us as Mrs. White, Squirrel, Jack, and S.H.I.V.A.
So we need to roll a D4.
I did.
It's on the stream.
It's on the stream.
So we're taking Mrs. White.
This is going to be.
This is 2 votes out of 3.
I literally, the boys are doing it. Janelle's like going, I am not going to deal with listening to the. No.
Are
I'm
you
walking.
using a veto on this?
The boys want white.
No, the dice says white.
Dice
I know
says
the dice
white.
is say.
I need you three to be in agreement on what you do. I don't particularly care which one you go with. I have to play it
Hear
either
that,
way. Either that or you choose none. You decide to go with only 3.
Okay, we leave the whole complex. We go to a convent and we grab a nun and we take them. with us.
Oh, you don't need to leave the complex. There is a nun over there.
Ah. And
She's working in the cafeteria, though.
They'll come up
Oh
to
my
us and
God.
say, "I'll have none of it." Oh, the Canadian territory.
None of
Okay,
it.
that's Nunavut, but yeah, close enough. It's spelled N-U-N. Okay, so what's the decision then?
Hear that or just go with squirrel?
I'd rather us take squirrel. Because if anything happens, we either give Squirrel a new video game, or we have an extra set of hands.
Whatever.
So, what is it, Ollie? I need to hear the final answer from all of you. John.
You are the weakest link. Bye-bye.
That's basically it right now.
Squirrel, I'll say then.
Steven.
I will reluctantly go along with whatever the other two decide. But
Sarah.
I think it should be Mrs. White.
Fine, Mrs. White.
Oh, we have a split vote!
Just a force.
So you convinced John to vote Squirrel, then you go back and go for Mrs. White. Okay. And
Okay.
So obviously we're taking Jack. No, or S.H.I.V.A. Such
We
drama.
could actually, you know what?
Can we get them to do a talent show and we just judge which one's the best talent to take?
Okay. Stop. Squirrel, I actually gave her my outfit I made in case they needed help, as I remembered now. So we could take S.H.I.V.A because she actually is another linguist, another person that can translate.
Right. But my kind of thought would be surely that person would be, at least one linguist would be better with the team that's meant to be having the diplomacy.
Okay.
Translating jobs. So
then we could always take Mr. Black. And I just suck it up, buttercup it.
Okay, now that you've suggested all 4 different ones.
I'm a female. I'm not supposed to make the decision.
That's not how the rest of the world sees things.
Nowadays. We're in the 90s here.
back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show. It's called Stargate.
Back in the 90s, we won a touch football championship in 1995.
That's actually the year we won hockey.
Well, when you say you won hockey, I'm assuming Finland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
'cause-
personally there in the pit, you know.
In the pit?
Probably hoping and praying.
You know
that
a lot
Puck
about
was not
hockey,
gonna hit him in
not?
the face.
I know exactly that we won our first time in 1991, and that's it. Because it was entire country celebrating for like a week. You couldn't avoid
I
it.
was 7 years old, depending on the month, in 95.
Yes.
Wasn't even 8 yet.
Yeah, I don't remember what.
Are we ever going to make a decision?
No.
Obviously, Sarah isn't because she's picked all 4.
I said squirrel, and then I remembered what I did.
We were yes. Oh, that's it. We were deciding about who to take, and then all of a sudden, squirrel.
Clearly squirrel. Yeah, clearly squirrel.
Right. So role playing us, right? Mac's just gonna look and just say, look, if Doug's going with them and we're taking one of their team, if we're securing the gate, I'd rather have someone that's handy with a gun. Just extra firepower.
In other words, you mean any of us?
They all can shoot.
Yes. That was a part of our basic training. We taught everyone to shoot. To be honest, only S.H.I.V.A required the training. The rest were just practicing.
Let's
So
just...
the rest were overconfident. Okay.
So We could take Mr. Black.
Mm.
And if you want to keep S.H.I.V.A with them, that's fine. We can keep Mrs. White with them. Yeah, it's technically down to Squirrel and Black.
Yeah.
Then White.
Take White
That's
out.
fair.
I already said S.H.I.V.A is already staying because she's like you. Mrs. White's staying there because and
I do believe you have a problem with my authority.
No, we just ignore it.
no, we do no, it's not that.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Well, it is for me.
For you. Yeah. We also secretly are going like, we just want to see what happens between those two. Anyway, so yeah, it's down to Wendy and Black.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3 Black. 4, 5, 6 Squirrel.
Why don't we do evens and odds?
Because I just said that. Roll 1d7, and if it comes up 7, we can just we can take somebody else. 7. I take somebody else.
Okay. Roll d4. Odds are Black. Evens are Squirrel.
I broke Wooster.
Can't believe
I'm
this.
just amused. You decided to give it the chance of being anyone, and you.
1d9. Okay.
What?
1 through 4 is Black. 5 through 8 is Squirrel. 9 is we definitely take somebody else.
Okay, that's it.
There we go.
That's it.
There we go. 8.
I don't trust you.
There we go.
We're still at the freaking door. I
still rolled it. It's Squirrel because I went with D4. Haha, it's Squirrel.
So we got one saying Black and one saying Squirrel.
No, mine said Squirrel. 1 to 4 was Black.
Okay.
5 to 8 was Squirrel. 9 was somebody else.
I just made it
So have you
So-
finally decided? Are you in agreement?
None of us have decided. The dice have decided, unless John objects.
No.
Just take
You
it.
have to make the decision. You have to tell me what your answer is.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
We want Squirrel. We want Wendy.
Okay. So you decide on Wendy.
That took 18 minutes longer than it needed to.
Yes.
Yes. Can I get these 18 minutes back?
No. There are no refunds.
No.
The only notes I have on Wendy are Asian ponytail sloppy.
Wendy was originally in the mob. Originally in the mob, she likes playing video games and is very bubbly and outgoing. That's how much I had gotten out of her. Oh wait, that's because I went playing video games with her.
Yep.
And because we're taking her, I'm holding up my Game Boy to her.
Just
Seriously.
take that damn squirrel, you madman. And women, mad men and women, mad people, Mad Magazine. I wonder how much she eats. Just nuts.
Right.
Just nuts.
Yeah.
So
She likes all kinds of nuts.
please tell me, how do you wish to enter through the gate with the knowledge of what you have on the other side? As far as you know, there is a small settlement on the other side waiting for you. And they shut the gate last time it was open for the drone. There was a welcoming committee. So what is your method of entry? How do you wish to... As you know, you will come out as you go in, so...
I think the first thing we want to make sure is send something through that's going to confirm that there's not a barrier or something that's going to stop us from materializing there. I don't want just to make the assumption we can walk through.
Please tell me how.
Paper airplane? No, that doesn't work.
No.
A drone.
That's not gonna work.
A drone.
Do you
some
have one?
sort of-
Do you have one?
We'd
How
have to
much-
buy one.
This
How
is
mu-
Stargate Command. We
How
must
much
have
does one
drones.
cost, Wooster?
Stargate Corporation charges $50,000 for a drone.
No. Not the main big drones. I just need a little drone. We can hang a sign on it that in their
Helicopter?
language says, "Hi, we're coming through. Please don't kill us," or something like that.
So, in other words, you want a paper airplane with a message on it?
Well, something like that. Except a little more complicated because it should fly through and send a signal back saying, "I made it."
Or couldn't we wait until it's
That
nightfall there?
transmitted it? What?
Couldn't we wait until it's nightfall there and then go through?
Why would that make any difference?
How do you know when it's nightfall over there? The drone you had last time was operational for about 2 minutes. There isn't enough data to suggest how long today is over there.
Okay, never mind. I
I'll
was
look this
sus-
Or it'll be like the last time. The sun sets, a new sun comes up.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the daughter sets, and then
Mhm.
the niece comes by, and then
Question: couldn't you go out the back way of the gate versus
No.
through the front?
Nope.
no,
Nope.
that's not how Stargates work.
That's not how wormholes work.
That too.
Wormholes have one entrance, one exit.
Well, that's
Unless
why I was wondering because you never see the other side of the gate.
There's a reason to that, because that technically doesn't exist. There is no other side of the gate.
No, because the gate
That's
is
why they're
empty
usually up
when it's
against
not there.
walls. Yes, you can see through it, and there's a wall on the other side when it's not operating.
In the laboratory, but every place we've gone to, it's out in the open or anything like that. We've never gone opposite side
It's
of
been
the gate
against a
and gone through.
mountain a couple of times. It's been in a city a couple of times.
It was in the middle of a field.
I think it's the idea is every time we've came through it, the way it's been set up, it makes it obvious which side is embarkation.
Yes, the
And this
DRD is on that side.
But we've never gone from the other side.
Yeah, it just doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. It has been tested.
And
But it was bringing up a good idea.
and the graves are
It was
marked
good out of the
overnight.
box idea, yes.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if it goes straight one way, that means the other side nobody would be thinking of, and we could have gone that way.
Yeah, that's no.
There is a
I'm
reason why the
going to-
stairway is always on the other side, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to assume that they're not going to try and instantly kill us. So I don't even care if we send a drone through first. I think
You're just wanting to save money.
No, he wants to spend money.
huh? Or we could drive our truck through, I guess. But
Did we ever get our truck repaired? Because last time I knew it, we blew it up.
You bought a new one.
Okay.
You even drove it to a new planet.
Mhm.
You got hit by a lot of spears.
Yeah. The panel's been replaced, I think.
Yeah, the spears have been removed since, yes.
Yeah.
it's a much more
Okay.
religious truck now. It's definitely very holy.
It's less
Um,
holy now.
I was
Well,
expecting
yes.
that.
Somebody
Well-
performed an exorcism on it, and it's now less holy. Yes.
Actually, let's just go through because I don't think Wooster's going to be
Yes.
evil enough to actually just have a barrier there that's going to
Worst
kill us.
case
Okay.
scenario, because we're still in the facility, we could always use a permanent marker on Mac again.
We'd be better off branding him, but no. And I don't think
Pouring
set of
gold on
gods-
his forehead.
wrong set of gods anyway.
Yeah,
Probably will
never
get
know.
us shot in the first place.
Yes, we want these people help fighting against them. So no, not going through disguised as one of them. Bad idea.
No, we could just make him look like he's a prisoner.
No.
They might
No.
shoot the prisoners. Mac
Yeah.
doesn't like this idea.
Here, Mac, would you like to hold this grenade while we go?
When Dan says that,
I'm joking.
Mac's just like looking over and just going, right, let's just double check your gear. And he's looking to make sure you have no grenades on you.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I have grenades on me.
He's got him hit him inside himself.
No.
Have a balanced diet.
So-
Okay, why don't we just go through and
Yeah.
just,
Yes. Just
let's
go
go with
for
the
it.
dice?
So,
overthinking
are you
this.
bringing your car with you, or are you walking? Apparently the main facility is not that far away, but it might be that you need to go deeper than the next village over.
Well, this is the thing. If we're just securing the place, I'd say we bring the van with us just in case. But the idea is we're setting up next to the gate.
Okay.
If we're setting up right next to the gate, that's fine.
Well, in theory, we're just the security team securing the entrance for our diplomatic team behind us.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're driving the van in. Are you all inside, or are some of you walking?
I think Mac will walk ahead first. Outside the van. Because I think the last-
Question: who's driving?
Does Squirrel have any driving skills?
Yeah.
Then Squirrel can drive.
There
Shotgun.
Okay, I guess
So
I'm
I
outside
prefer
with
to be
Mac.
called Ready. Or King. Or Miss King. Not Squirrel.
What?
My name is not Squirrel.
Oh. Wendy, sorry. Every time I think of Wendy, I think of a
Oh
hamburger.
wait, I remembered wrong. She doesn't know how to type. I had to check.
Oh.
It's like yeah,
Mac, do you
oh,
have
I thought you meant video games, not this one. It's a real day. No.
Does Mac or Dan have any points in driving?
I have Jack of all trades at at 3, so I'm effectively a 0.
So you can
Okay.
drive.
Yes.
I think no. I think I'm the one that's driving
And
because I have it.
whatchamacallit?
Level is it?
Yes.
Uno.
Okay.
So you're
Which
better at
it-
driving.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, it's DM1 with a skill
would
level 1, so it's a 2.
well, which characteristic is it? Dexterity?
Dexterity.
Okay. Yeah, it'd only be a +1.
So I'm the one driving.
Da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
Yeah,
Shotgun.
Right.
So that would mean, Wendy, are you going to walk with Mac or do you want to be with us?
Yes.
Aren't you helpful?
Yes.
Please answer the question.
Wendy, do you want to
Yes.
be in the van with me, or do you want to be with Mac?
Yes.
We're gonna have to tell her everything she has to do.
Nah. She's your versus. I walk. Don't rush your time.
Okay, thank you.
I've seen you. I've seen you drive on my Mario Kart.
Good point. Maybe I should get out and walk too. Oh no, actually no. It might be safer in the van. She might run us over if we're outside.
That's why I'm outside. I can dodge.
No,
Inside,
no,
I
no,
can't
no.
get away.
I'm looking at Wendy and going, you were supposed to tell the guys that.
Fine, let's move.
I'm gonna be
While
involved.
they're still having that conversation, Mac is just waiting at the Stargate going, right, seriously, are we ready to go?
I'm ready. I've been ready for like half an hour.
Mac just walks through the gate.
Mrs. White is like, we have to work with these guys.
How do you think I feel?
Yes, but I get but the thing is, I'm looking at Mac going, they're stuck with Doug. She's stuck with Doug. As I'm walking to get into the driver's seat.
Wendy is taking a seat on the back bumper of the car.
That's perfectly fine with me.
So,
Don?
What?
Check chat.
Why did you say Doug?
I said Don.
Right.
Dawn. Oh, Dawn.
Dawn,
Oh, hi,
yeah.
Dawn.
So you
Donnie.
proceed through the gate with Mac, Dan, and Wendy, aka on foot, like on foot, through the gate. As you emerge through the gate, you are met by the scenery you have seen in the drone footage. There's a sun outside shining down on the brown stone buildings up ahead, carved in the Indian style of very ornamental. There's several places where there is gilded stone instead of regular stone, and there's intricate forms and shapes adorning the various buildings, as well as this guard of about 12 people standing in a semicircle around the gate, noticing you arriving, well, obviously noticing the gate opening and then you arriving, after some debate. They step away to make room for the giant vehicle that you have brought ahead of you. Their staffs in their hands, sitting down on the sand. One of them says, "Close it." And the guy next to the DHD presses a button, and as soon as you guys are through, the gate closes.
Interesting. That doesn't work from our side, but okay.
Welcome to S.H.I.V.A, travelers. The presence of the vehicle is not according to custom.
We did not know if we would have to travel somewhere to have a discussion with others, so we thought it would be wise to bring it along.
Please situate your vehicle outside of the transportation area. He will show you where to place it.
Okay.
You may take it with you once your quest is complete.
Thank you. That's you, Jaelle.
And
Yeah,
there's some one of them with a stick going. This way.
Traffic. Then this.
I'm thinking of the YMCA song right now.
No, he's playing drums. Yeah.
No. Have you seen the air crews who did the semaphores
Yes,
for the airplane?
That's what I was doing. Yes.
No, but them mucking around and doing it to stuff like Michael Jackson, or they end up just doing dance routines instead. It's funny when you see it.
What Wooster's doing right now?
Basically.
Wooster is being very pensive.
Yeah, indeed. Right. At that point, while Jaelle is transporting the vehicle, The rest of them just stay quiet.
Oh, the awkward silence is killing us.
The one who originally talked to us, does it look like they're in control or in command?
Well, they seem similar, but give me a recon or some social skill. Actually, recon with social, yeah.
Oh God, that's not good.
Investigation works too, but
With social, it doesn't matter. It's with social. I don't get anything from it.
you get a headache.
Recon,
La, la, la.
yeah, something like that. At least I don't have negatives. Investigate social. Ooh, my first roll of the day. Oh, I have to go over here and hit submit. What the hell? I rolled
That's
an
an
11
11. Ah,
with no modifiers.
Jeez.
yeah. So, yeah, you notice that all the other people are glancing at him. So that
They're deferring to him, basically.
They're deferring to him. So he does also look the oldest.
Ah, the old wise man culture.
Mhm.
Well, in my best attempt at their language, which I seem to know, I will address him and say, "Hi, we are the security party. Like, wait, just making sure everything's okay for our diplomatic party coming in behind us. But now that you've closed the gate, I guess they're going to have to dial back since you hung up on them. But they should be along shortly."
I am afraid that is not the case. You will be here until your quest is complete and no one else is allowed to enter.
I think it's at this point. Max
See
says,
what?
exactly like that, but not in that tone. He just goes.
That was actually Wendy.
All right. He just goes. Sorry. What was that?
The quest,
I guess
as tradition, is only for the entering party to complete.
Right.
we have become the diplomatic party.
We are both parties at once.
Is this has this not been made clear by those who sent you here?
Well, this is when Mac just turns to Wendy. Yes, Wendy. Didn't you guys make it clear about what was meant to be done when we came here?
It's not me for.
Hopefully, you guys are
I'm the
discussing
paid
this
muscle.
in English. You're the what?
I'm the bed muscle. I don't do any decisions. I don't read things. That's not my job.
Well, in that case, we are looking for some assistance against the. Okay, I'm going out of character.
You
here.
start off at the temple.
Yeah.
Everybody starts off at the temple. Please head towards. And he points towards the clearly temple-looking building at the village.
At this point, I've parked and I've joined you guys, catching bits and pieces.
Yeah, Jaelle, turns out we're the diplomatic party. They're not letting anybody else through.
Well, Mrs. Waite must be so happy right now.
Well, we're happy she's not here.
That's not diplomatic to say, Daniel.
I'm with Wendy right now about shaking
Wooster, given it's been enough weeks since the last time we were doing this, as me, not Dan, I'm asking, okay, what is the group that we're fighting against? What are they? They are called what?
You don't actually know.
What do we call them?
The enemies, I guess.
No, we have a better name for that. They're
They're
like
jackals?
they're gods. Their group of gods.
Actually, yeah, you probably.
It's
you
the Jackals. It's the Anubis.
Anubis, yeah, Anubis' team.
It's Anubis. Yes, it's Anubis' team that we're up against currently. That's all we know.
It's the Egyptian gods.
The Egyptian roster would be better.
Egyptian pantheon.
I'd say roster. That's just me.
Anubis and the Egyptians. Yes. Okay. And the guys we're meeting with here.
This is
We're supposed to make
basically
alliance with Shiva.
Yeah.
Shiva. Okay. That's the title of the episode, I guess. Yes. But we're being directed somewhere before I can even talk to this guy.
He apparently, as far as you can gather, he is assuming that you're one of the questees that come over here, and he is directing you as his custom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perhaps we're under the misinterpretation that we are pilgrims.
Mac just puts his hand on Dan's shoulder and just goes, mate, and just kind of whispers, maybe it's just best that we kind of
Go along.
Go along, yeah. Don't know
Okay.
how they're going to react if you say.
But I think
we're
I think they think we're pilgrims. With weird technology apps, presuming. But okay. I'll keep my trap shut. Let's go to their temple.
So, as you walk through the streets, you notice that, judging by the size of the place, there doesn't seem to be many people walking around. You notice a ceremonial-looking guard with a spear and a shield standing in front of the temple. But he doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you. He's just standing there and basking in the sunlight. The streets are clean, but empty. You maybe see one pet animal vanishing behind a corner, but otherwise...
Is it a cat? Or even better, is it a squirrel? No, just kidding.
It had a tail, and it was furry. That's all you noticed.
So we don't see like women and children on our way to the temple.
Bingo.
We see people playing bingo.
No.
You don't.
Okay.
I wish we had plot armor.
Plot, fizz. Oh, what a relief it isn't. Okay.
Oh, it's a Spigot in chat. Hey, Spigot. That's a new name. I don't remember seeing that one before. But anyway, yes. You entered the temple, I assume, and it is well lit. There is several sources of sunlight sparkling in there, and this large statue of Shiva standing on the other side of a casket.
A casket?
No, not a casket. But pathway that is surrounded by several water features and vegetation inside. There seems to be a gardener tending to them at the moment, and but that the gardener is not paying attention to your direction. Seems like the plants are only thing in his mind, and there's two braziers, one on either side of Shiva, burning and lightening up the image with living flames.
Which version of Shiva is it?
Please elaborate.
Technically, Shiva has different faces. So, which Shiva is it?
It is the one that is the Lord of Time. I probably should have asked you to hold, but you probably did some research on it. So
I'm going to consult my neck plug on how we are supposed to react at this point.
you activate your what?
My neck plug. Remember, I was given the data on the culture for.
Yes. So you have a thing. Cool.
What you got
You
in plan?
access it, and you think about it, and you are expected to pay upon the altar, you guess.
Pay or pray?
Yes.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yes. It's one or the other. You're not entirely sure.
Jeez. The right time for your software to glitch, isn't it?
That was perfect. I liked it.
Okay. I rolled.
So which one are you going with?
Well, I'm going to go up and. Oh, damn. I'm supposed to roll a d3. I'm going to go up and towards the altar. Is there an obvious place where you're supposed to stop? Obviously, you don't walk right up to the thing, but like, is there like steps to go up to it or something like that?
That's a good question to ask. Give me investigation roll.
With
Intellect.
why can it never be education?
It can actually, since you have the stick in your head. Go for it.
12.
12. Yeah. You notice that there's like mosaic like floor plating with several different types of ornamentation in it, lines, arcs, formations of different types. But as you start, they symbolize something. You have to remember, Shiva is also the god of dance and art. These are dance moves.
Dance Revolution game or something like that. I don't think dance is a skill in Traveler, is it?
There's art.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
it's a dex.
There's
also-
carouse.
There's carouse. There's also athletics. These can all be used for dancing. Art, athletics, and carouse.
Just coming out of character for a bit, the reason why I'm asking in character is because if my background history of the Hindu thing, when you say Shiva is like many gods in one. That's why I had to ask
Yeah, I know.
who we're dealing with.
I know. But this Shiva is not necessarily the same thing as real life Shiva. Or like our world Shiva.
Do any of you guys dance well?
Dance?
Yes.
Dance. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Something like that. But you can follow the instructions that's on the on these tiles in front of us.
What? Instructions? Oh, I don't do that.
You don't play DDR?
Yeah, I do that, but that's only for directions. I don't follow instructions. I try to hit things. Also, DDR is a thing until the 2000s, so shut up.
So I guess it's gonna fall to Jaelle.
Well, I don't have carouse, and I don't have well, athletics dexterity. I'd be +1. So I can instruct, and you can execute.
Technically, what would it actually fall under? Because yeah, this is.
He just told us. Athletics, art, or carouse.
I have athletics
Uh,
with a 1.
Okay,
Actually,
that's-
better you then.
Yeah, that combined with dexterity is pretty good. And if Dan wants to instruct, I guess you could use leadership on that.
Yeah, another skill I don't have.
You need to use a skill that is not the skill that the performing character is using.
Okay.
Would it be language?
Persuade. Oh well, yeah, language to translate what it's saying. Yeah, that's fine.
That makes sense. Yeah, that
Okay.
does make sense.
So I roll language.
Yeah, with education.
Okay.
And then I roll athletics with it.
You don't do that.
Don't roll yet. 14.
Okay, you get a
14.
+6 to your roll from that.
So I modify it with a 6.
Yes.
You somehow fail this. This is going to be impressive.
13.
That is surprisingly low considering you have +6 in it.
It's only one blow average. She rolled 6 instead of 7 with her 2d6.
Yeah. So,
But still, it's 5 above 8, so that's good to know.
yep. So, you have this perfect understanding on what the instructions are. So, Jaelle is having difficulties in, what's it called? To keep it up in the mind which step it to take. So it takes a couple of tries, but once she gets the hang of it, it feels like it doesn't feel like you're trying to remember the next step or read the floor. It sort of takes its own note. It just feels natural, the next step and the next step and the next step. Soon you notice you're not even looking at the steps you're supposed to be taking. Just sort of gliding in the air until you're face to face with S.H.I.V.A, about 7 meters up from the floor. So that's 21 feet above the floor level.
How many legs do they have?
Many.
If they have
Design
21,
gods.
if they have 21 feet, if they have
So,
21 feet, yeah. Okay.
How do the rest of you react when you notice that Jaelle is flying?
Cool.
Not something, Mark just says, not something I see every day.
I want to learn that skill.
What is Jaelle wearing? Frogscan is asking for a friend.
I am not wearing a skirt. Thank you much, guys. That was going to be what the question was going to. I am not wearing a skirt.
I'm
So,
going to ask the obvious follow-up question. What's S.H.I.V.A wearing? Sorry,
so
I'm not actually going to ask that question, but okay.
I'm not stupid. I do wear pants.
So,
Top-
about after
top
the
down.
moment Jaelle notices that she is flying, the effect ends and she begins to glide back down softly as a feather. And that is when S.H.I.V.A steps out of S.H.I.V.A. A lot smaller, about human size now. Like only 7 feet tall, aka a little over 2 meters. To those of you who don't speak several feet.
Well, she had 21 feet earlier, so now she's only got 7.
I have yet to witness a dance this magnificent in this century. Congratulations, child. I am S.H.I.V.A. How May I guide you?
Become Shiva's wife.
Thank you, Froggy. I needed that. Well, because I'm the one that danced. Dan, you're gonna be translating for me.
Okay.
Because
Translating what?
was he speaking in English or was he actually speaking in his native tongue? Shiva.
Sounded like English, you.
Okay, then I'll speak in English. I had to make sure on this.
Did we also hear English? Or did we hear it in whatever our native tongue was?
Yes. You heard it in whatever you expected to hear.
Okay. Broken French. And I mean,
Yeah.
Fringlish. Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
it.
Fringlish.
Yeah, okay.
And Mac heard a heavy Scottish accent there.
He got the bro.
Hey, Lenny, how can I help you?
No. That was me a fine dance I ever saw this century. How can I help you?
You sound like a voice center call center.
Hey, Lassie, how was some fine dancing?
I can't handle you guys today. Oh my god, I can't handle you. Anyway.
Your turn.
We need some help. And
Great.
Like a squirrel, but
The train again. I'm glad to see the American economy is doing well. Back to training people.
jerk. Anyway, anybody can actually say something.
I thought you wanted to.
No, I'm gonna let somebody else do it.
At this point, Mac just goes, "Well, I think you're up, Dan."
I'm up, Dan. Oh. Greetings, Shiva. It is an honor and a pleasure to meet you. We have come from a planet called Earth, which is currently in danger of being invaded by the Anubis and his cohort of Egyptian deities, I guess you could call them. And we were looking for any assistance in any way that would be possible to help us.
I would recommend searching for allies.
That is why we are here.
You would need weapons, soldiers to fight it, or you would need to end with diplomacy. However, it is not known for Anubis to show mercy to those he has slighted, or those who have slighted him. My bad as a GM.
Yes, he slighted us, and now he's going to attack us.
That he's not known to show mercy to those who have slighted him. But I am uncertain what you expect of me. I can give you advice. And I can see that Jaelle had to go. There was apparently an emergency because that was quick.
She saw a squirrel. I broke Wooster again.
too tired for this shit.
Hmm?
And
Okay, Danny Glover.
yes. Your options would be to profusely apologize and hope for leniency in case of invasion.
It might be hard to um, go the diplomatic route when he has already sent a spaceship to our solar system. As we speak, it is heading in from the outer solar system, and we have no way of communicating with it.
Please explain. Who are you?
My name is Daniel Jackson. I'm a member of a team that has been exploring through the Stargate around the galaxy, and some of our teams have encountered Anubis along our travels, and since then he has decided to take a dislike to us. Oh, I may as well. This is Jaelle and Mac. He's the grumpy one over there. And this is, I was going to call her a squirrel. This is Wendy.
Yep.
And we were actually originally sent as the security to allow our diplomatic team to follow up behind, but it was decided by your welcoming committee that we would take on that job, and they would not let through anybody else.
It is
Well,
the custom that only one party at a time attempts the favor of S.H.I.V.A.
I'll make a note of that.
You mentioned Stargate. What is it?
The portal that we came through to get here.
The locals call it the Gateway of the Gods.
Okay.
I've only known one group to call it the Stargate before. Those were my creators.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. When was that?
Approximately 3,715 cycles ago.
Cycles, yes.
When you say cycles, are we talking rotation of the planet on its axis, or are we talking about the rotation of the planet around its sun?
Or the rotation of the sun around the galaxy?
I'm uncertain. The measurement does not align with any of the local star charts. It is neither the rotation of the planet nor the rotation of the planet around the sun. It is not the rotation of any of the lunar objects. My deduction is that it originates from another star system.
I'm guessing in any case it's a very long time ago.
Correct.
Actually, I'll give them a demonstration of how long, say 10 seconds is, and I say it goes, okay, 60 seconds is a minute, 60 minutes is an hour, 24 hours is one day, and then I'll just go on to describe the units of measure to eventually show what our year is like.
Approximately 3,715 years.
Okay, quite a long time.
Oh,
Hold on, how many
so
years?
basically you're saying wherever that measure was taken was Earth. If it matches exactly
If that is
or
a
approximately.
astronomical feature of your solar system, yes.
Fascinating. And my ears grow pointier. And one of my eyebrows goes up. Is it possible you came from our world?
There is no proof against it.
That didn't really say anything. Maybe you do have some skin in this game, as the saying goes.
Unfortunately, I do not possess any skin.
Yeah, it's a saying.
What do you know about Anubis?
Anubis, a deity of the Egyptian pantheon, ruling a world approximately 275 light years from here. Possesses military capability nearly rivaling Ra. Other information is irrelevant.
Is there anything that you could give us that would allow us to communicate with his ship?
Approximation of the technology used by Anubis is that they will be able to read any radio messaging you have.
Yes, but that would take forever to have a conversation with something in the outer solar system.
Nope.
The time lag would be brutal.
Oh, not take forever.
No, but the time lag would be
Within the
brutal.
solar system, assuming
Hours.
your planet orbits the sun at about 1 astronomical unit. If it is out,
How long is your astronomical unit?
47,000 kilometers.
What? Your planet would burn up in seconds.
That's me pulling shit out of my ass. 147 million kilometers?
Do you mean 93 million kilometers? Because that's how far Earth is from the sun.
Is it 93 million? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Or 8 minutes.
I was
for
just
like-
pulling
Yeah,
stuff out of my ass.
Sorry, it's 8 light seconds. Yeah, approximately between 8 and 9 light seconds. Yeah.
Approximately 8 or 9 light seconds.
Okay. Yes, and he's in the outer system.
It's actually 8 light minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Takes
That's
8
what I
minutes.
meant. Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Like-
both of us make mistakes. Woohoo!
Yeah, both of our planets are burning to a cinder.
Yes.
We're too close to the sun.
Okay.
Right, I thought Mercury was hot. God damn. That's a tan.
You thought Mercury was hot. You should go to Texas. No.
You thought Mercury was hot. You hadn't even met Freddy.
Poor Mercury's throwing his grave with that one.
Oh, okay, now I get it. Yeah. I was thinking Freddy, the killer from Dead by Daylight.
It's Freddie Mercury, baby.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Big
So that's all this.
The one you're thinking about is Kruger, and he runs funeral homes. So no, wrong way.
So, yeah. So the communication would be, the lag would be brutal, though.
Yes. And he would be unlikely to respond.
Yes.
If he has gone through the trouble of sending a ship through the vastness of space, I doubt he has any intention of speaking.
But if we were able to communicate with him in a way he wasn't expecting, as in like an instantaneous communication, that might make him pause.
How would pause not help him? That would fit his Anubite personality.
Dan? Dan?
I just want to clarify what Shiva just said. How it would.
Yes.
What do you mean? Like,
As in, if you add pause to him, wouldn't that fit the Anubite form he
you were
has?
making a joke. Sorry. I thought you meant he likes torturing his victims, so he would pause. That's the kind of pause I was talking about.
Okay.
Perhaps. I have insufficient knowledge of his operations to determine the outcome of that.
Dan?
Mm-hmm.
We're dealing with the Egyptian pantheon, right?
Well,
How far away is Ra from here?
Location of Ra is approximately 517 light years.
Very far.
That would be the location of the homeworld.
Okay.
This is the address.
But Ra's closer than Anubis, right?
No.
Currently to us.
500 light years is much more than 200 light years, and
But it's all relative to where they are on the map.
Also,
of where
traveling
we are.
through Stargate is faster than traveling through space.
that is true.
What I'm getting at is we can't send a message directly to Anubis, but Anubis has to listen to Ra.
Yes, and how is Ra going to talk to Anubis?
Again, Ra can deal with Anubis. So if we go up the chain of command,
Question.
Yes. Stephen?
Well, from your knowledge, does the entity known as Anubis, would he actually obey commands from Ra? She said he was coming up to military parity to Ra, which doesn't suggest alliances. It suggests more rivalry to me.
According to my knowledge, Ra has sustained power for several millennia. There is a possibility of rebellion, but if there is a significant enough force sent towards your planet, that might be enough weakening that Ra may be able to deal with whatever Anubis has left in defense before they are able to return. Then the planetary travel is slow at best.
You are giving me good ideas. Yes. Play one off against the other. Suggest to Ra that Anubis has used his forces to come towards us, though admittedly he's only sent one ship, and then say, oh, you better watch your back door to Anubis.
You said you're creators.
Yes.
So by the sounds of it, they're not these individuals calling themselves Ra and Anubis.
That would be impossible.
Wrong pantheon.
Who was your creator?
Don't say Kurok.
It seems that knowledge has been lost.
Apart from yourself and this pantheon of Anubis and Ra and their other fellows, is there any other entities of power?
Other entities of power? Please elaborate.
Comparable to, like, say, Ra and Anubis, but who might be opposed to them.
Approaching military parity with Ra. None of the other system lords qualify. None of the other major factions have sufficient military power to oppose Ra directly.
What about Anubis?
As mentioned, he is approaching parity, but not arrived there. Perhaps he is seeing your planet as an opportunity to increase his power.
So before the upgrade, who was equal to Anubis?
No one. All of the other system lords are, at best, minor compared to Anubis, and insignificant in comparison to Ra.
These system lords are all of the Egyptian pantheon, correct?
Yes.
What other pantheons are there besides the Egyptian and yours?
Countless.
Whatless?
Countless.
Oh, countless.
As in without number. I do not believe anyone has completed a full survey of all the known religions.
Are there any of these countless number? Tell us about Google's pantheon. Any of this
Did
countless
you mention
number?
Ugo's pantheon?
No, I was reading chat.
Hmm.
I don't know what that is. So no, I didn't. Are any of these countless pantheons pissed off at Ra?
Several.
Would any of them entertain the concept of taking him down a notch or 6?
It's not Ra. I think we have the issue with. I think it's just Anubis.
The closest one, I do believe, is Uko and Akka.
Just because Froggy typed it in chat.
Yeah.
There's Froggy breaking the system again.
There's also Mielikki and Tapio.
I didn't write those down. I'm sorry.
Akko?
So
I'll just ask Froggy later. Keep in the
What?
car.
Is Froggy just giving you a list of pantheons to make alternate alien races from?
Yeah, basically.
By the way, your 1, 2, 3, your 4th comment ago, I think, is correct, Froggy.
Okay, so I think the best bet I'm thinking of is why haven't we just gone right to Raw to stop all this? Why haven't we done this yet?
Because
Because why would they pay any attention to us? But we have a Stargate address now.
It's not just that. Also, the issue that we have here is our interactions with Anubis has got him to come after us. How do we assume that us interacting with us not going to lead to more of the same, just with something even more powerful?
Well, we can try to convince Ra that Anubis is just going after us to increase his power base to go against Ra.
Especially
if he,
now.
If he doesn't believe us, well, then we're fucked anyway.
Because right now, chain of command says we just go up the chain of command. And there's only one person above Anubis. And if this is a power gain situation...
Shiva, what do you consider the likelihood of our success if, testing out your theory, Vroggy, the probability of our success if we go to Ra and try to convince him that Anubis is trying to make a power play against him? If you say computing, okay.
I would approximate that 50-50, considering your lack of skills in diplomacy.
I know what I'm training in next. Social.
Where's Landis Cortez when you need him?
Oh, God.
Approximately 52 light years from here.
52 light years.
And a couple hundred years in the future, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
22,
still be
2262 or something, 2261?
Yeah.
about 270 years and 52 light years.
Yeah. Around the Epsilon there, Danny, I think, at the moment. Right, joking aside about our previous game, Mac's just gonna go and say, okay. It's like everything that we've got from... Question, has there ever been a major rebellion against the system lords?
Calculating. Correct. According to history files, there has been a single major rebellion.
What happened?
The planet was allegedly destroyed by fire and brimstone. It has never been since traveled to. History files state the planet's name is Tori.
I remember that name. Or do I?
No.
Should I check my education?
Yes.
Meta.
Just an education roll. Okay. 10.
That would be the land of the mortals in Egyptian. AKA the land of the living. AKA where the Egyptians are.
Egypt?
Yeah.
So they came to Earth and destroyed Egypt.
No, they're talking about a planet. Oh, or maybe.
I think it's... Think about it. If you have a rebellion and say they get kicked off because didn't they... out of character, weren't we told that they found the gate buried in Egypt?
Yes. Okay. Never mind. I'm misinterpreting, remembering something. The Tauri is us.
Yeah.
I was thinking the Tauri was the group of friendly worm-infested guys.
That's the Tok'ra.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Rebellion against Ra.
If we get this correct, they thought they killed us. We survived.
Out of character, basically, we rebelled, kicked them off, and they basically announced to everyone else, no, we killed those fuckers. Do not fuck with us. Us running around proves that they're liars and they're maybe not as strong as they make out to be. That's why they're after us. That's out of character. In character, we potentially don't know that yet.
Well, you can make the assumption.
Mm.
That is like literally written into what she was saying.
Yeah.
Is
It is in the subtext.
Max gonna go to Danny and Jaelle when he says, look, they're saying our gate, because why is our gate found not left standing here? Okay? Like in any other place that we've went to. I've got the sneaking suspicion that why would someone bury the gate? It's to actually it suggests that they didn't want people to come to our planet.
Yes, but was it us who buried it, or was it them who buried it?
I wouldn't. Let me put it this way: I do not think why would they bury it in the first place?
To stop us from leaving.
If it was them burying it, that would suggest that they had the power to, secure it, hold it long enough to, take it. I actually think it's, and the time that they've had to take actions against us, I think it's the other way around. I think it's us that buried it.
So we buried it so they couldn't come back.
Yes.
That makes much more sense.
And I think potentially the reason why they while they might have ships, the reason why they didn't come back is I don't think they're a government like the way we think them of as, right? I think Ra is on paper the top dog because he's just got the biggest army, okay? But if he was to lose his army, they're not going to follow him. It'll be the next guy with the next biggest army, okay? It's just a loose allegiance. Outside, they might present a united front, but the rest of the time, when there's nothing that's potentially posing a threat to them outside, they're bickering all the time. They're trying to get up the ladder all the time.
According to history files, the position of Ra during the rebellion was shaky. It makes sense that Ra did not send a fleet to destroy this planet, after all, and merely claimed to have done so, in order to keep the fleets nearby in case of another rebellion.
Whoa.
And if we had buried the Stargate, no one else could check the story. They would just assumed the Stargate had been destroyed.
Unless I was gonna actually intercede.
Go ahead.
I'm instead of us being the one that buried it, could it have been Raw that actually buried it and then left, saying that we died, but he buried the gate in case if he needed it, and this is just a ploy from Anubis to make it look like Ra has been lying all these centuries. He's hiding these planets from being taken over.
Nah, that from all indications, the entity that claims these names, they are the same entity. That's not just, from your knowledge, that's not people passing down a title or a name, trying to claim.
But we have to look at both sides of the story too, Matt.
I think that was a question for Shiva.
Yeah, that was a question to Shiva.
It is possible. My data shows no evidence to contradict this claim, but neither any evidence to collaborate it.
Oh, not to answer the question. Okay. She was good at that.
It's like it's got training.
Yeah.
Somebody spent a few nights at the diplomacy school, eh?
I'm gonna see if. this works.
Meanwhile, in the background.
We've been put
Please
on.
rate-
hold.
Right in your
Wendy's
call.
playing.
Wendy has a Game Boy out.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
she's got the Game Boy out. That's what I'm hearing. I like Jaelle's hearing it, and she's like, okay.
Because the way I'm looking at Jaelle is if he has secured, you know, it was him. Because the last thing I think anyone would want is to make the claim that they have got rid of a planet.
Reading Spigot's comment. Sorry.
No. If you look at the mythology, it's he sleeps with women. He's just whatever fucking randy animal he can think he wants to be at the time.
Actually, no. It's anything. Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not going there with that. That's the pantheon I
Anything
worship.
randy
No.
at all, including inanimate objects.
Anything that has a hole, he likes to step in.
Or stick it
Oh,
in.
you're just making me think of The Boys season 3.
Anyway, back to what you were saying.
Yes, he frog scanner. He does.
He really gives a fuck.
Yeah, Zeus.
Except he didn't make one of his children.
No,
They were just a splitting headache.
Zeus was the first Dear Penthouse guy.
No, he was a Hugh Hefner.
No. Much less consent there.
Yeah, that was Hugh Hefner's middle name, Zeus.
Right.
Anyway,
Joking
back.
just joking aside. Mhm. There. Max just going with. Just so I'm getting to understand what you're potentially thinking of is potential rebellion on planet. He buries it to stop us from moving around, and then he showed up everything, but then just leaves it.
Well, he left the planet
No.
in a low enough technology
Mm.
that they weren't going to
Ooh.
even have the technology to dig it up for centuries. So
What I'm thinking is we're a backup plan. Let's say Ra and Anubis are about to go to war. There was a rebellion at some point. What if Ra was using this as a backup location for his people? We were a backup planet just to be a safe haven in case anything happened.
Then
So it's an
the
easy
burial
way
of the Stargate would not make sense.
yeah, he couldn't come back.
He cuts off the easiest way of accessing us. That's the thing I don't understand.
You got to look at it.
I seriously think we buried it. I don't think it was
I don't
Ra who
think
buried it.
I don't think we buried it. I think they Ra buried it so that way in case once he got his people through the portal, it was easily already buried. It was gone. It was nobody could contact.
Yeah, but then he couldn't come back, so that doesn't.
Without
We're
saying-
not a safe haven.
If he
if
wants
we-
it as a safe haven,
He'd have to leave the gate unburied.
he would either need to leave the gate or you'd have to be prepared to come back by ship.
Unless it was a safe haven
Weakening.
for his people.
It doesn't matter. They can't use the gate if it's buried.
That's the point, to keep them safe.
I don't think.
If I am following your assessment correctly, you are assuming that your people are us people.
We are descendants.
We're going down. Oh, not that kind of descent.
No, not that kind of descent. We are some form of backup plan, insurance plan in case anything happened. We rediscovered the gate and we came back through. Now his safety net is not there.
But what would the population of one planet be compared to his empire?
What is the current population of your planet?
In 6 billion, I guess?
In 95?
Yeah,
Close to that.
because we're like 8 or 9 now, I think. But yeah, I guess about 6 billion. Okay, Google.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Population.
In 95, it was just
Earth.
almost 6 million. No,
Million?
not 6
Billion,
6
I
billion.
hope.
6 billion. 6 billion, sorry. We were close to
In the
6
system
billion.
Lord space, your planet would rank as the highest populated planet.
What?
They kill off a bunch of people.
The average level of technology in the system Lord space is low.
Okay, this is silly. I did that Google search and it says population of the Earth 5.707 billion. Population of the world 5.707 billion. What?
They're the same.
Why would they be different?
Because there were a few people in space at that time.
Yeah, not to that number of decimal places.
Maybe
At
it
that
was
time,
enough
they
to make
were-
the rounding off point higher.
On top of it, you're not counting how many women were pregnant at that time that they were doing the count. Anyway.
The
We've almost tripled the population in 80 years.
yeah, that's scary.
That is scary. But yes,
So anyway,
I think Max just going with
the average
Oh,
population of a system Lord planet is about 100 million souls.
so
What?
we're
so we're the most densely populated planet. in the
Correct.
system launch.
By a factor of 60.
Correct.
How many worlds controlled by the system lords?
According to the latest data, approximately 614.
How many under Raw?
Data unclear, estimating 150.
So we unpopulate raw, but
Nearly just out pop. Well, close to maybe, depending on the
With-
population.
with
Yes,
all
there
his
is.
planets. But
Yeah,
we're one
unfortunate-
planet.
yeah, unfortunately, one large rock and we're all dead.
I do need to warn you that my data on the system laws is not correct. Current.
Thank you. I'm giving you incorrect answers intentionally.
Wait.
They are
Do you need a-
technically incorrect answers at the moment because they are not
Correct, as of the
Wait.
publishing date.
Uh,
Yes.
question:
my
do you need
data
to
is
update
about-
yourself?
My data is approximately 500 cycles out of date.
Yeah, okay, 500 cycles, the population of Earth. Okay, another Google search here. Population
That would
of
bring
Earth,
us.
1495.
You sure on that?
500 cycles, he said. List of countries by population.
Would that
That's
be-
not what I'm looking for. Population of Earth in 1495. Okay, 1400 is close enough.
Yeah.
Between
I got 5 million.
No.
you're not even remotely close. It's somewhere between 390 and 460 million.
About a bit less than
Yeah.
500 million, yeah.
Yeah, because 1500 it was 461 and 1400 was 390. So, and it was probably
It's-
430.
That is an impressive amount of breeding.
So again, we are the highest populated planet.
Unless they bred like rabbits on one of his other planets.
William, if we're not,
You would
I was
rank in
gonna
the top 20 planets of the system lords.
so
Hold on. You were saying that the level of technology on the planet is very low.
Correct.
What do you know? Do you have an approximation of the level of technology that the average citizen in the system lords could have access to?
Sorry, please repeat. I missed that question.
So, how would you describe the level of technology that would be prevalent in for most of basic society in the system lords, based on your information?
Basic
500 years out
subsistence.
of date. We know they have the technology to travel through space. We know they have weapon technology greater than ours. So therefore, in the 500 years since Shiva's data was current, everything's changed.
Likely. However,
I'm-
the tendency of the system lords to acquire new data has proven to be slow at best. Their ability to travel stars was well established over 8,000 years ago, and they have since gained very little in the ability to move faster than the speed of light.
But they must be able to travel faster than the speed of light now, or else they wouldn't have reached our solar system.
They were
so
able to
quickly.
travel faster than the speed of light back then as well. However, it was not much faster, only about a factor of 10.
Then they must have sent that ship to Earth before we even ventured out.
Necessarily, there could have been a base nearby.
Data insufficient to deduce the answer to this question.
question: at the time of this was happening, were there any trade posts?
By who?
Trade posts.
Marketplaces, trade posts, any place where they would meet up and share what they had and go back their other ways.
I am unsure who are you referring to with this question, Miss
The
Jaelle.
system lords. Was there
The
any?
system.
Is there? I see where Jaelle was going. Is there any? Is there a common meeting spot, a planet where all of them can congregate freely without fear of attacking each other?
Unknown.
You mentioned this rebellion, and they said it was the planet was destroyed. Their fire and brimstone.
This is the account given to us by sources inside the system world space.
Do you have spatial coordinates for this planet
Or do you have the address
or the
of the
address?
planet?
Yes.
Can we see the address, please?
You look at the address, and it says Tori, aka Earth.
It's good to know that our planet was blown up.
Yeah, I got a question. I'm gonna look right at Mac and Dan.
Yeah.
And go, because I'm pulling out 90s lore and what came out during that. Can we literally just think possibly Atlantis here as just a farce that we're normally used to? Because nothing is in the realm of impossibility.
Atlantis, also known as the home of the creators.
Yeah, I thought of Atlantis earlier, and I was thinking,
Jaelle's like,
do you have, just out of curiosity, the creators, you said only the creators referred to the Gate of the Gods as Stargates.
Correct.
Do you know if they created them?
Data insufficient. But it
can't
would
just say
not
I
be.
don't know.
yes.
It would make sense, as they would have the technological know-how to do so.
Do you
Where-
have any addresses for any of their worlds?
None on file. I suspect that the last creator wiped that knowledge out of my system.
Okay, Farfetch. If I'm getting this right. So let's say time of the rebellion. Atlantis and all that is real, which we're getting the truth that yeah, it's real. What is the chance that Ra knew the truth of our planet and wanted to keep it sealed?
I think it's a couple. Everything suggests to me he was dealing with one successful rebellion, concerns that there's going to be other rebellions on his planet, and at this question, the planet of Tari, who ruled the planet?
Ah,
Right, that makes more sense. So if Ra controlled Earth, he's got a rebellion on the Earth, and that is leading to discontent on other worlds, and then other system lords are looking at him being weak. It might have just been let Earth go and deal, shore up everything else. Just have it as a lost cause. The fact that if our people are afraid, especially if that is how they've been subjugating us most of the time, it's been sending armies for the gate, I wouldn't be surprised that people would just bury that thing. Okay?
And it's quite
Just
possible
emblazon
that
his
Ra
hand.
destroyed Atlantis before leaving. And that's the story behind the myth of the fire and brimstone, was he destroyed Atlantis,
possible.
No,
which why there's no evidence of it today.
If Atlantis was the Mecca, which we were always told in stories of being advanced in technology, the Mecca of the world at the time, it gets destroyed. The gate gets. Wait a minute. How old is Ra, by the way?
If we're assuming that he's the same individual, we're at least talking about, a couple of millennia at least.
He could be the last
The
of the creators.
data files on Ra date back to 8,548 years.
So long before the creators were on Atlantis, or in Atlantis, of Atlantis.
Could there be a chance Ra could be a creator or a young creator?
Yes.
That would then suggest not just society that's stagnant, it's probably regress backwards.
As an aside, did not Stargate Corp do carbon dating on the gates and find that they were like tens of
that's
thousands of years
balls.
old?
Old
What?
as balls.
What's the official designation. Oldest balls.
Well,
Yes.
my biggest thing is was the creators created?
Well, there's this theory called evolution.
When mommy creator and daddy creator love
Creator,
each other
yeah.
very
Okay, we're
much.
not going into that conversation. Thank you. Have a nice day.
No,
I
but
have
Wooster,
4
didn't
Hellfires right now. Thank you.
wasn't their carbon dating done on the Stargates, and they were like tens of thousands of years old?
As I said, the official designation of how old the Stargate is as old as balls.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
It means it is as old as testicles in evolution.
Yeah, it still doesn't mean anything.
Let me
Okay.
say that part of evolutionary biology, yeah, that's been in for a long time.
Okay.
At least from mammals.
Nah, it is in about tens of thousands of years old. Yes.
Not
Yes,
just
okay.
tens of thousands.
So in
we're
other
talking
words, the
tens of millions.
creators we're talking about did not create Stargates.
Yeah, the Stargates are approximately are older than human civilization.
So let's say whatever created the Stargates created the creators.
I don't
Technically,
think
unless they
necessarily
made
any
themselves.
time overlap, but
Not implausible.
creators always were. Yeah, okay. Nah.
I was there at the
So-
creation of the creators.
Yes.
10
we
years
know
after the Earth been by war.
It was the third age of the creators.
Okay, so if we get this right,
We know who the first creator was.
okay, so if we get this right, if Atlantis was the Mecca of the world, which is AKA where we live, what is the chances of Ra being the last creator and didn't want anybody to create more?
Not a zero.
Basically, regress.
But
well,
effectively zero.
what I'm saying is they're regressing a military tactic, technically.
What?
So if you, what I'm getting at is Atlantis was the top of technology, okay, and it was advancing rapidly. You take out rapid technology, you're going regressing in technology a little bit. So you're going slower in technology.
Okay.
So if our world has still that technology just buried, who's to say they're not coming to get it?
The fact that they actually destroyed Atlantis, they didn't.
We don't know if they fully
store it
destroyed
somewhere.
it.
I don't think they actually. This is the thing. They're just claiming that they destroyed Earth.
Yes, but we know they must have destroyed Atlantis because it's not still there.
We don't know if
Why?
it's not
Why
there.
does it have to be that Atlantis was on Earth? It didn't have to be on Earth. It could have just been a story that our earliest ancestors had of a place. It could have been something that had been taught to them. So it could
You
be
know, it's
somewhere
pointing to
else.
Shiva. I was pointing at Shiva.
Is there any record of where Atlantis was based at any point?
Yes.
Where?
Did they
At what
describe the
time?
Mediterranean? Did they describe the Mediterranean?
The last reference of Atlantis, its last location.
Last location of Atlantis, as per data files, is 4.5 million light years away from galactic core.
Oh, now we're dealing with Stargate Atlantis now.
Hold on. 12.4. That's outside the our
Oh my
galaxy.
God. Yes, 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 it is. We're dealing with Stargate Atlantis now. Okay. It's a big ship.
Wrong thing. Was there ever an Atlantis on our planet?
No evidence to suggest that it could not have been. The location of Atlantis is sporadic in data files, and it moves constantly.
Yep. Stargate Atlantis.
You're just
That's
wanting
it.
to
I'm not going to
We
start
just
asking
hopped.
Sarah's
an
just wanting to
ex-
find a massive treasure trove of alien
Yeah.
tech to be.
Again, there's something about our planet that they're going for, and it's not just because we're stupid.
I'm not going to start asking about
It's
Stargate
called
addresses.
6 billion
Stargate-
slaves!
Yes, that was
We're not
the obvious
going.
answer. The thing was, we could start asking about Stargate addresses with an extra chevron in them, and so that we can travel to Atlantis.
I think that's meta, mate.
Yeah, I think that's a little meta. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid this myself.
I've never met a Stargate address that I didn't like.
This is where,
Good one, Wooster.
apart from the System Lords, I know we've been talking about Pathnos, but apart from the System Lords, is there any other galactic civilization?
Yes.
Countless, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was talking about Panthenons, but that doesn't necessarily mean every Panthenon is actually a galactic civilization.
True.
He could just have a record of other cultures' Panthenons. So this is what I'm trying to get at. Right.
He went to Mustafar. No. And it was destroyed by an invader. Sorry.
Right. So this is when Mac's just going. Is there any galactic civilizations that are on the same technological, from all records that would be on the same technological level as the System Lords?
In which part of civilization?
The current part.
Potentially military technology or defensive technology.
Yes.
How many?
2.
Is one of them you?
No.
Oh.
What are they called?
One is called the Pantheon of Ukko.
Oh, there's that one from earlier. Okay.
Okay. And the other one?
The other one would be called Selaeans.
What?
They do not ascribe to any religion as we know them.
How, out of the two, I know we said they've got potentially technology similar to the System Lords, but from your records, are they aggressive civilizations or are they more geared towards protecting themselves?
Reclusion. Particularly the Selaeans have not ventured beyond their own planet. They do not even possess a single Stargate in their system.
Well, they have no Stargate.
Correct.
But they have a technology comparable to. Wow. Okay.
Correct.
They are reclusive.
Right.
They might just not want to get involved with anybody.
Yeah. What about the Ukko?
They also are reclusive. They have retreated into the corner of their galaxy, but they have yielded no systems to the System Lords.
So if you know systems to systems, is there any records of how they treat with other parties?
No.
Has there been any records of anyone trying to send diplomatic parties to them, but there's just then no record of what happened?
According to my knowledge,
Mhm.
there has been no hostile interactions with the followers of Uka or any of his pantheon.
I think we're getting any help there.
If you wish, I can provide the address.
Oh,
Please.
So one's got a gate and one does not.
Yeah.
The nearest gateway to Zelayan space would be approximately 2 light years away.
that would be a hell of a conversation.
Got a good question. Wherever that gate is located, do they have the technology to fly to the Salins?
According to the last intelligence, yes. The travel would take approximately 0.2 years.
I
We're dead.
I misheard Sarah and I heard Cylons.
They're coming now!
No,
I
that
don't know
was,
how you got Cylons out of that, but
that's what you said. So that's what whatchamacallit. Sorry, Galactica was 1980. That was 15 years ago.
You can reference it. It is part of the fiction. Your fictional universe also holds Jedis.
No, that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So.
it's still there. If Atlantis is here, then of course we've got Jedis.
You'd need time travel to find them, though.
Dun, dun, dun,
And
dun,
that-
Dun, dun,
It
dun.
doesn't mean we don't have the Doctor either.
That would be cool.
Just wait until you find the phone booth.
I can find a few of those in Glasgow.
But are they blue?
Yes. There's still quite a few of them. in
Just wait
Glasgow.
until you find the blue phone booth off-world. Then you start getting interested, don't you?
some of them actually they're actually been like turned into wee little shops. They're like cigarette booths, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think-
Atlantis went to Mordor, and in an epic failure in scale, it was dropped into Mount Doom.
I think my
It was the
T-shirt
One
says
Ring.
otherwise.
I think Max just gone. He's just turned to everyone. He's just gone. It's just my concern is. I think the issue is if we. Shiva.
Yes, Stephen.
Is there any, apart from the rebellion on Tari, is there any other rebellion or uprising against the System Lords or their system?
Any and all uprisings since and after have been vanquished heavily, with heavy use of force and plentiful blood.
So there are Jedi. They use the Force.
It's better than the Schwartz.
Yes.
With its merchandising opportunities.
And it's Dick
Please
Grayson.
explain.
Oh, was that you asking, or was that Shiva asking?
That was Shiva.
Oh, okay. A cultural reference, not relevant to the actual conversation.
As you wish.
From the future. Spaceballs was 87. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is the future.
It is younger than all of the original trilogy movies, but surprisingly old still.
Swords of Light, yes.
So it sounds like the lanes might not be a. There's no way we're going to get potential help from them, but the Uku, though.
I think our best bet is raw. Then we can try cooking something up with Uko. Sorry, raw.
I think we go up chain commandment and then work our way back out.
I don't know. I just feel like the last thing the guy at the top of the totem pole will want to actually confirm is, yes, that place I said I burned after they rebelled against me, actually they're still alive and kicking, and they're kicking up a fuss everywhere else.
Yeah,
That's my concern.
Go ahead, sorry.
It's one thing. This is where I'm trying to actually, in my head, trying to figure out, is it just a title that's passed down like from father to son, okay? And there's just been 20 or 30 of them, or is it the same guy? Because if it's the same guy, it's a question of, can he hold a fucking 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 year old grudge? And if he's not a god and it's just technology, I think the egomania to present themselves as god might suggest anything that kind of would show up or suggest that he's not that, and might not be the best way to go about it.
Shiva, do you know the life expectancy of the System Lords?
Unknown. No known deaths of System Lords by old age.
As of yet.
Well, they just kill each other.
Actually,
Correct.
how many system lords are actually dead?
According to my files, 6,800. Give or take 50.
500 years ago.
Correct. The minor system lords are vanquished every now and then by the Kaido ones.
Okay, so upstarters are getting knocked out technically.
Most
Which
often
is-
by rebellion for other system lords.
Actually,
How does Ra maintain his power other than just military might over the other System Lords?
Unknown.
Probably plays off everyone else against each other.
So if
Likelihood of loyal system lords serving Ra. Great.
and we know Anubis isn't one of those loyal to Ra.
But if that is your most recent analysis, yes.
So it is possible we could either play them off against each other or go to Ra and say, hi, want to be friends? Somebody's trying to build up power by trying to get us.
How do we do this without actually giving away where we're from? Because
we've been doing it.
We've already been.
We've been
showing
doing
it.
that. We've been directing our calls since we've had the invasion. Remember?
What? What invasion?
We've been redirecting our calls since we had them come
Attacked.
to until we were when we were attacked. We've been doing redirects, so that shouldn't be an
What?
issue.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What she's meaning is we were talking about setting up, instead of just immediately going back straight to Stargate Command directly and potentially enemy forces known where we are. We were.
Yeah, but they already knew where we were because they've
Well,
already
Anubis-
invaded us.
Anubis knows where we are, not the other. Potentially not. the
Nobody
other.
else knows where we are. We only
Yeah,
have
but
Anubis after us.
Yeah, but only Anubis. Anubis is the only one after us anyway.
So
If we go to another planet and then go to Ra, he won't directly know where we're coming from. But as soon as he sees us, he'll know we're Tari.
but we've already started doing the indirects from the lab when we dial out.
No, we have to actually dial out somewhere, go there, and then dial out again. You can't go. There's no such thing as a redirect. You can't.
The redirect.
There's
is
no
more like
there's
a
no
physical-
multi-dialing, no conference calls or anything like that. You actually have to go somewhere and then dial again to
What
get
we're
somewhere
doing
else.
is instead of going from point A to point B, we're going to point C and then going to point B,
Yes.
and then doing the same back.
Yeah. It's not a matter of like a forwarding a call. You actually have to go somewhere and then go
Yeah.
somewhere again.
What he said.
It's a wee bit confusing when we use the word dialing because you just assume.
Yeah, phone call. Who you gonna call? Space Buster.
Who you gonna call?
Well-
Stargate Corporation.
What I'm getting at is if Anubis is the only one that knows about us, and that's who's attacking us, we could either just do a direct link to Raw and say, hey, by the way, we're still alive. Why did you get rid of us? Or we just do what we've been doing with Anubis this whole entire time and act like we're a stupid planet. Saying, hey, we could just stumble across this planet of yours and, Anubis is trying to kill it off.
Or
We could do one or the other.
more, not necessarily kill it off, more like get a very large slave labor force to use against you. Raw.
I think the issue is it going to give away that we are now traveling amongst the stars to Ra, and then it makes him our enemy. That's the issue.
Either we go to Raw as basically friend or foe.
Well, going to him as foe seems like a bad idea.
I don't think even if you approach him as friend, if we're the ones that rebelled against him, he might not be willing to see us as potential
Well,
friends.
We don't know if the rebellion was because of us or it was because of something else.
And that's why it's bad for us to go. Shiva. What
Yes,
information
Stephen.
What information do you have?
Took it on purpose, I know it.
What information do you have on the rebellion on Tari?
Sparse.
I introduced him
Please,
as Mac,
please
by the way.
specify question.
Is there a noted cause for the start of the rebellion?
No.
And the rebellion, what was the goals of the rebellion? Is that being noted?
No. All data regarding the rebellion is second-hand and from the system lords.
Wait, you said system lords.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which lords?
Please define question.
You said lords, as meaning there's more than one lord that reported on this.
Colloquial error. This is as in the information is stored under the folder system lords.
When it came to the information, who was actually passing the information that the planet Tari had been burned and destroyed? Who was announcing that?
Ra.
Was he the one saying that he had done that to the planet?
Correct.
Raw cooked our ass.
I think it was a cover-up.
Yeah. To cover up what?
Divins
that
would
he can-
point towards a cover-up.
it's the
So our best bet is to go to the mouth of a reporter and find out.
So Raw.
Yeah, we'd have to go to Raw. to know the truth. As much as I know you don't like this idea, Mac,
Mm.
I understand this. We're like hanging by a thread here, and the only person that has the actual answers besides Shiva, who's been great to us, is Ra.
Shiva, have you ever considered taking a vacation and visiting the homeworld of your creators?
That would be inconvenient.
How so?
My projectors are installed in this construction.
Shiva, just question. Apart from this site here, do you have record of any other such affiliated sites?
Yes.
Can I get their addresses, please?
Of course.
What does she give us?
Is one of them Tori?
One of them is Indra.
Makes sense.
The other one is the world you ran away from with spears.
Alright.
And the third one is Tori.
Question: where on Tori by coordinates?
I know. I think it's just.
It's the Stargate. It's wherever the Stargate is.
It's just.
No,
the
or where
Stargate.
the Stargate was.
No, it's the Stargate you're communicating with.
He gives you a set of coordinates.
Not just Stargate coordinates, actual.
Well, they're not the Stargate's current coordinates, at least.
It's where the Stargate
Where
was.
it originally was.
So where was that?
Egypt.
Well, no. It could have been Atlantis, which could have been in the middle of the Mediterranean, as I've been saying all along. But so can we translate the coordinates they're giving to us to a location on Earth?
No.
No, so they're meaningless numbers then. Okay.
Bingo.
Oh,
What were the numbers
under the-
originally?
Under the B, 8.
Yeah. This coordinate system that Shiva is using is none you know of.
I'm going to try and translate them.
Okay, go ahead.
What the hell would I use? Astrogation?
Astrogation, I guess?
Max
Navigation, sorry.
Max just gonna go. Shiva, these.
Wait. This would be like mapping, right?
That's what I was about to say.
Mhm.
Is there a
I was
map
gonna
that?
Because
Is
I
there
was
by any
gonna
chance
say,
a topographical map that goes
because
with this stuff?
technically the way I'm thinking this is also streetwise would follow underneath that because street can be a map too. So question is Wooster gonna get that to me?
And if it's astrogation, I did much better.
He's not. He's smiling at me, so I'm not giving you my answer
You always want to use streetwise for everything.
because it never gets used.
It did when we were in a street.
Atlantis was a
It did
city,
when
it
we
would
were
be
on a
street.
street.
When we're in a city, but technically Atlantis would be a city if there was a map of it. So yes, it would technically count as streetwise.
Only if you're traveling around that city, not to find the city itself.
You never know. It could
Well,
have been a,
there's a map and there's a set of coordinates on it.
Where?
Well, you can count the coordinates.
Okay.
What?
When we're looking at the map, would that kind of map to anywhere on the Earth that we would recognize, or is the map so like?
Yeah,
distorted
it
or-
looks like Earth, a bit distorted. According to these stats, that would mean it's in somewhere in North Africa.
question. This is also coming
Western
from
North Africa, actually.
this is also coming from off of the information 500 years prior to.
Yeah, this data is from at least from 500 years ago.
Yes, but the tectonic plates haven't shifted that much in 500 years.
Yeah.
So
It would have been minor ice age at that point.
Chances are it could still be Egypt area.
No, that would be Eastern Africa. This is Western Africa.
It's Western. Oh, you're making me pull up a map.
Well, at least it's not pointing to Antarctica.
I don't want to go to Africa.
More Stargate Atlantis references. Sorry,
Mm.
where the other gate is. Or Russia.
No, it's not Russia.
Did you actually send us a map?
Sent us chords. I think he did.
Oh,
On what?
On
In
the
chat.
game chat?
All right. Oh yeah, he did. Sorry, I didn't.
it
That
never
one
popped.
doesn't-
It never booped for me.
Yeah.
I saw it. I wasn't quite sure if that was.
Paste. Oh, okay, he sent it to us to the nearest micro inch.
Jeez.
How
Well,
do you
that's
guys
maybe a
map-
bit too accurate, but I just copy and
Okay,
paste it from
I-
Google Maps.
Chinguete, Mauritania.
How do you guys do this? Because I
Just
literally don't know how.
paste it into Google Maps.
Oh, okay. See. Blonde.
Yeah, somewhere in Mauritania. In the middle of fucking nowhere. And gave it so many decimal places, it was zoomed in so far, it was just a white square. I had to zoom out quite a ways.
Yeah, I probably should have cut down on the numbers there, but eh.
Yeah. 21 degrees, 2 minutes, 3.2 seconds north, 11 degrees, 25 minutes, 25.2
I had a big map.
the desert.
I clicked on it and copy pasted the address, and it automatically
okay.
went like down.
Again, stories of Atlantis sinking doesn't mean all of it sank.
Well, sinking into the desert works too.
Sinking in the desert, or it sunk in the Atlantic, and this is the old mountain range.
5,000 years? Not likely.
Who knows?
I still
The
think Atlantis was in the Mediterranean, but that's just me.
Max
Yeah.
just going with right. I know he said that. I know she was said Atlantis, but But from all reports, the last recording is it being out the galaxy. So I think if the last
Yeah,
recording is out
Well-
the galaxy, it's not a wreck on the bottom of
Yeah.
the ocean or anywhere else.
Yeah, it's not on Earth anymore.
Okay. So what we were basically finding out is how Shiva can actually come to Earth. And that spot is where technically the last of whatever can help him be with us on Earth is located.
What?
Isn't that what that point was supposed to be?
No, that point was where the Stargate was
Nope.
in their time.
No.
That's what you asked.
No. What? My question was, what other facilities of similar technology, i.e., basically of the same level, like basically his technology created by his guys that he has a record of. I was asking for the addresses, so we've confirmed that there is a facility like this on Earth.
Correct.
Which means
that is
we
what he
can-
asked.
Which means Shiva can technically be uploaded on Earth if we can get it to work.
Maybe.
Possible.
But we don't know what that facility is.
Data on the contents of the facility is deleted.
Shiva, out of curiosity, what level of defensive technology is around your facility?
Sufficient to deter any system lord activity in the solar system.
Well, then, just repeat that. Enough to deter.
The system lords from attack.
I don't think we need to go to Ra. I think we need to find what's in that site. If that still works.
Shiva, is there any like manuals in case that your system goes down, people can reboot you?
Yes.
Does it work on all sites?
Unknown.
Is there a reboot manual for that site?
Unknown.
Right. I'm just going to put it to you. This is the way I'm thinking about it. Because I don't see anything that is stopping us from being able to get back to Earth, getting to that, double checking that site to see if there is something there that might be able to help us and us defend our planet from Anubis without relying on the good graces of Ra. If we don't succeed, then we can take the crapshoot of Ra or Uko or whatever other gods we want to try.
We could always send
As the
Heavyweight
game
off to
master,
Raw.
I would like to remind you that you have a time limit to this.
Yeah.
Traveling interplanetary on Earth, you might get to the desert in a certain number of hours, but finding the right location in the desert might take up to days. Not to mention what sort of obstacles there is. If it's buried in sand or something other than that, that might take even weeks.
But we do have it down to the right millimeter of sand we have to dig in.
That's that. On the other hand, is on an old map that has a different shape of Earth and coastline.
Got one good question.
Yes.
It's actually for Shiva.
Yes, Jaelle.
Is that site still active in your system?
No. Connection
When
to
was
other
it-
sites severed approximately 500 cycles ago.
So they were all by who?
Unknown.
500 cycles ago?
Yes.
How did you maintain communication with other sites?
Unable to translate the word of full correct technology. Proceeding with the explanation. Subspace Tachyon communications.
Okay.
We haven't figured out that technology yet. But basically, tachyon means you're cheating the speed of light. Subspace means you're going below the level of space. Communications, well, means communications. So you're basically going below the level of matter and space, cheating it through tachyons to go faster than the speed of light and talking to a place in a long distance. Would that be accurate?
Crude, but accurate.
How the information transfer between sites, was that instantaneous or was there a delay?
There was a delay.
How big was the delay?
Approximately 0.00001 cycles.
1/10,000th of a year. No, 1/100,000th of a year.
You're just gonna
Roughly 3 months. Can I guess like roughly 3 months here?
No, that would be a quarter of a year. This is 1/100,000th of a year.
It's less than a second.
Yes.
Right.
You couldn't say it that way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um
It's Max just got And he just goes to Dan. I'm not sure about my math. Is that about a second or less than a second?
Computing.
Picking up pocket computer, dividing.
Times 60 equals approximately 5.2596 seconds.
Okay, so it's a bit more than a second.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
To travel 270 light years, yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Max just going.
It's actually faster than the Stargate.
yeah.
Just confirming your system that allows you to communicate on your end, is it still operational?
No.
So
Is it due to a lack of a power source?
No.
Oh, okay, no more cigars for you then.
so what is the failure of the technology?
Disabling of communications network.
Where was the main headquarters of your communication hub?
No such thing. The
Distributed
communication network was interconnected.
What was the last thing that was communicated through the network?
Shutdown command.
Where did that come from?
Network?
Who sent the message?
Unknown.
Do you know where it was from on the network?
Unknown.
Okay.
Not letting us cheat, Wooster.
What I'm looking at Mac and Dan. What if the chances are somebody hacked into the system and made the system?
What? Yeah. Question.
Hey, are you asking me to hack Shiva? No.
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 Question. The communication network. The command to shut it down, can that come from outside the network, or does it have to be from a node on the network?
Unknown.
So that could be a yes or a no.
Before the shutdown command, what was the previous thing communicated?
Hey, George, did you watch that movie?
Oh, did you see Sheila on Desperate Housewives? Can you believe that bitch? No, I can understand this super
That's what.
fly,
Shut it down. Shut it all down.
This
Status
is not
update.
appropriate use of a workplace communication.
Status update from Outpost 75.
What is Outpost 75 and which lord owns it?
Outpost 75 is the one located on Tori.
Great. So we shut it down. Well, we did.
Someone.
But it was only 500 years ago.
No.
That's what they said.
Oh.
The network was shut down 500 years ago.
Correct. Approximately 500 years ago. Exact time 575 cycles. Sorry, 507.5 cycles.
So it happened when Columbus reached the new. No, sorry, that's not
Columbus
quite
sailed the ocean blue.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If you said 503 cycles, I'd say yeah, it was when Columbus got to North America.
You accidentally had a trip save.
Yeah.
Whoops. Thanks, Columbus. You didn't just bring syphilis and typhoid and other diseases to the people. You screwed us over.
And yeah, shut down the circuit breaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'm guessing Wooster wasn't taking that into calculations.
I am just trying to. I'm just trying to
There's
figure
what's
out:
going
is
on.
there something that I'm just missing here?
More than likely.
Actually, that's a good question. Shiva, is there something he's missing?
More than likely.
Oh yeah, this computer. Those
What is the best advice you have for us at this point?
Get good, get.
What?
Get good, get. Get good, get. Kid.
Get what? I don't.
Get good, get.
Okay, that's okay.
The computer's
Wait.
throwing shade.
Okay.
Well, if the sun's on one side of it,
Now I think this computer's been. It's got the memory engrams of a black person.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
chat is on game. Just chat is on game.
Good.
Oh,
I don't get the reference. That's what I'm.
I get
talking
it.
about.
Get good. Get good, you twat.
Yeah.
Become excellent at what you do, you bastard.
So, if the shutdown command technically came from us,
Oh, there was an update sent from us, so that might have caused the shutdown. But they didn't know where the
Question
shutdown
is-
came from. That means even less to me, Don.
I think that's older than Hermitcraft.
I don't know what Hermitcraft is, but that's okay.
Me neither, but I think it's still older. I do believe this has been around since the early 2000s, so... But yes, either way. But yeah, do you seriously ask from him what is the best advice I can give?
Yes.
oh my god,
Find pleasure in what you do, and you shall never suffer.
Fortune cookie advice. Thank you.
Yeah, Mag just goes, seriously? You've taken one of the most advanced pieces of technology and just turned it into a fortune cookie dispenser.
So all the information we have is he can be set up on Earth
Potentially.
potentially. We just don't know how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
We know that the information or the shut-off code somehow was from us, but we don't know how it was from us.
No, we didn't get that. We just got the last successful communication came from us as an
Before
update
the
from
shut-
Earth, and then the shutdown command came from somewhere, but they don't know where.
It could be linked to the update. It could have been after the update. We don't know. What's the difference in time between the last successful communication and the shutdown command?
And I explained hours and minutes earlier, so you don't have to tell us
Yeah,
fractions
can
of
you
a
just
cycle,
please give it
so we
to
can do
us?
the math better.
Less than a second.
Right. So there's probably more correlation that there might have been something in that.
Do you have access to what that last message was from Earth?
Yes.
What was it, please?
No change.
Not much of an update, but okay.
No, that would explain some stuff. We weren't a threat at that time.
Is there? Shiva, how long has such communication like that? How many years of records of such communication between the network have you had from Tari?
stored the latest 100 years.
So 600 years ago was when the first message came from Earth?
The oldest archived message, yes.
Oh.
That's from Tyree. On your archives, do you have any other records from any of the other planets in their network that are
Correct.
older than that?
Yes. No. The
So
archives
all
are
of them
only
start.
the archives only save the latest 100 years. After that, in order to save space, the old messages are scrapped.
Then why do you still have messages from more than 100 years ago?
Because there's been no
New messages have not been uploaded.
So the very first message she gets, poof, everything else goes away.
Or it takes out the oldest message to save the latest
Right.
message.
Just out of curiosity.
Jaelle is correct.
Just out of curiosity, with the communication from Tyree, how many of them are coming through with the same information of no change, and how regularly?
100%.
All of them, right?
Correct.
Is the same communication from all the other planets?
Correct.
So every
Single message on the entire network is no change?
No. On the status updates.
What other kinds of messages do you get?
No other kinds of messages.
When do people stop using the network?
Just out of curiosity,
Last private message, approximately 1500 cycles ago.
but we have no record of that.
Correct.
Just out of curiosity, Shiva, how often is there a status message created?
1.5 cycles. 0.01.5 cycles.
How long in days or months? Since
Day and a half in your calendar. Let's go with that. It's easy. I don't
Yeah.
want to start doing the calculations.
Yeah. Okay. And just confirming with this, are these messages just automatic?
Correct.
Are these produced when there is actually when there's no instruction received?
Correct.
So this is so the no change is you just waiting for response or information to respond to.
Assuming that this is to let the creators know that we still exist.
is one of the nodes on this network, or was one of the nodes on this network, the current location of what we've referred to as Atlantis outside the galaxy? Was that one of the nodes on the network?
Yes.
We really need to get this network back up.
How many nodes on the network?
16,741.
And none of them are responding at all.
Correct.
2 weeks from now, I'm going to ask that same question and see if I get the same number. Wooster's madly writing down the number he just.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing right now.
2 weeks from now, I'm going to go.
Writing it down.
The same
He's just
answer.
gonna tell us. You can fucking watch it.
One? Just one?
We are also going over time, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have to tell you, Wooster, this has been fun.
If you enjoy it, it's all
I have no idea if the audience is enjoying this, but this has been fun.
I know. It's us trying to figure out the plot and other courses of action.
I'm at this point about to join Wendy and playing Tetris.
Sounds like Shiva's joining you too.
I think this is where Max just going like, I think I'm really the worst person to be doing this. I'm more a point and shoot guy here.
Eva, is there a way I could
ask your friend if they know anything about Shiva's technology?
You mean Wendy?
No. Mac.
Oh.
Ask your friend if they can tell us anything about Shiva's technology.
Right. So I'm just gonna cast an eye over if I can just actually have a look and see what my little partner, symbiote, is able to show me.
Why didn't I think about this like an hour now?
I know. So
I know.
So as you gauge into your machine senses, you receive the message: accessing data storage. Command controls activated.
What? I was going to say a very nasty word there. I should say.
Well, you can actually.
What,
Just
a
work it out
penguin?
later.
I was waiting for this for the entire game.
Mark is just going to go, well, that was easier than I was expecting.
Shiva.
Computer.
You're welcome, Wooster, by the way. I'm
Shiva,
also... Yeah.
Shiva,
Yes.
can you re-access communications network?
Attempting. Error.
What's the error?
Communication network not answering.
Is it insufficient commands or like command protocols or
No response.
no? Okay.
Is it because the network is down currently?
I think it might be potentially. Shiva, just query. The command, the shutdown command, would that have turned off each individual node at the
Correct.
source? So for me to reestablish the nodes, I would have to find each individual node and turn them back on at source.
Correct.
Can you confirm that this node is turned back on?
Node is currently off.
Can you reactivate node?
Node reactivated.
Okay, I'm just a walking key.
Mac, I'm going to try something a little personal here, and hopefully this doesn't screw everything up. Shiva, is there any way you can determine the passcode to this device? And I hold out the gold version.
No.
Hmm?
Right, sorry, no, I know what you're talking about. The
Yeah.
other belt.
No.
Okay.
Device currently inoperable.
I was told it was inoperable because I didn't know the passcode.
Yep.
Mac.
Oh well,
Mac.
worth a try.
Well, we have it now up and loaded. Do you want to repeat your questions again and see if it works?
Right. I'm trying to think of all the questions.
The last two you did before you kind of had to turn it back on.
Yeah. Can you reconfirm where shutdown command came from? And
Unknown.
when that's still unknown. Okay.
Data not available in original transmission.
Right. Okay.
Wait.
You
Original
actually
transmission.
have the original transmission?
Correct.
Where was the original transmission transmitted from?
Node 74.
That was Tauri, wasn't it?
That was us.
That was 75.
No. So, can you
The
give
node
me?
was the transmission was then podcasted to all available nodes.
By you or by the original sender?
By me. As per shutdown protocol.
Just confirming. Outpost 74 is which address?
74 was Earth, and he's saying it was
No, it's-
75?
No. Earth 75 is the way I took it.
Oh. Which was which? Wooster, this is us being confused.
Outpost 75 is Earth.
Earth, right? Outpost 74 is which one?
Providing a location. Actually, sorry. Over
You're
there.
Google mapping Antarctica, aren't you?
There's a
Oh,
gate address.
Okay, it's on the map. Okay. It's not far from Earth.
No.
Is it? Okay, but this, I assume that's obviously not in our solar system.
Oh no,
No.
that won't be.
No, that's definitely not in our solar system.
That's going to be quite a few.
Well, no, I just
I was
maybe
in my
you
youth.
couldn't draw it any close, put it any closer. So okay.
So
These are for flourish.
Yeah.
They're not actual. This is not actual galaxy, but the background is just for flourish, and these are for how do you call it? Relative distances.
Positioning. Might not be to scale, is what you're saying.
Map is not to
Question.
scale. Yes.
Objects in the galaxy are closer than they appear.
okay. Jaelle has actually a good question on this. Shiva, when was Outpost 74 established?
Data unavailable.
So there is no origin date of when it was established.
Correct.
Is that the case for every outpost?
No.
When was Outpost 75 established?
Outpost 75 was established approximately 16,000 cycles ago.
Oh my god. 16,000?
The
Ouch.
last ice
Okay.
age?
Okay.
Before the last ice age?
Was Outpost 75
I think so, yeah.
created before the rebellion?
Correct.
Okay. Was Outpost 74 there during the rebellion?
Incomplete data to answer the question.
When's the first reference of Outpost 74? What's the earliest reference to it?
The shutdown command.
So 500 years ago. So
Correct.
it wasn't on the network before the shutdown command?
Correct.
So it basically only ever sent one message.
Correct.
Unless it was being built or was used as an outpost to get to us because it was the closest to start to send the message, and then was finally built, and then they did the shut off command.
But the message wasn't sent to Earth, it was sent to this world.
74 might have been checking on us all this time.
No, the messages is all of them, all the outposts, which is about 1,600 odds, right? We're all just every day and a half, we're just basically no change, no change, no change. Basically, there had been no updates. It was just a status update. It's not. Or wasn't.
I thought the status update was coming from Earth.
It was coming from everywhere.
Everywhere, everyone.
All the
was
nodes
doing,
were just sending their status updates. Were
It's
no
just
change,
the network.
no change.
It's basically the network pinging itself, just to confirm good communication.
But there were there any private messages from Outpost 74?
Just to shut down command, I think it would be.
Well, I'm asking.
None on record.
Is Outpost 74 active currently too?
No.
Can you activate other nodes from here?
No.
No, that's the question I asked. Basically, for us to get the entire network up again, we have to go to each individual site.
I don't care about the entire network. I just want Outpost 75
Yeah.
back up again. The method of turning on or activating the message, or sorry, activating the outpost communication, what is it?
I think Mac did it.
I'm
The
guessing.
command
Well,
for the
I
local,
want to hear Wooster's answer. Thank you.
the command for the local semi-haptic interactive visual interface. Virtual assistant, sorry, that's the one. Semi-haptic interactive virtual assistant.
Sam, just a second. Shia?
Semi-haptic interactive virtual assistant.
S.H.I.V.A.
Shiva.
Question, Shiva. Outpost 74, does it have a Stargate on it?
Yes.
That's
Right.
where we came from.
74?
No, 75.
Oh, 74. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I asked if 74 had one because
I'm getting 74 and 75 so confused.
This is when
It's on the map now, so you can
Yeah,
use it.
I'm just going to go to Shiva and I just go, can you clarify the device that I'm wearing around myself? And he points to the belt.
Yes.
What is it?
It is an avatar.
Can I get that in English?
A personal defense construction.
Which has also allowed me to have potential access to yourself.
Correct.
Is this creator technology?
Correct.
Just out of curiosity, that golden belt that Dan held up, is that the same sort of thing or is that something else?
Correct. It is similar technology.
But was it created by the creators or somebody afterwards trying to copy their technology?
Assuming by the age of device, it was created by the creators.
Really should have got the password.
How would this be activated?
With the correct passkey.
Is there another way to activate it without passkey?
Unknown.
Could you create a passkey?
No.
Still trying to hack the system.
Is there a defense mechanism on these things that will?
Yes.
How do you activate the defense?
It's incorrect passkey enough times.
Will
There you
it
go,
blow
yeah.
up?
It
They
will
get attacks.
it will attempt to stop insertion of false passkeys.
Mac's just going to cast a glance in with the same boot, just see if any other information comes up on the gold belt. Like the readme.txt comes up.
Well, you get the text specs.
Right. Can I compare to my one? Which one's better?
Yours is.
Yours
Yours
is.
is Omega.
Oh, yeah. So mine's the Omega. What's this one? Alpha?
His one is comparatively like 2 generations older.
Right.
So he's a beta.
You're a beta, and I'm a beta.
But it still would be useful if we can get that activated. There.
Yeah, I could
Probably
grow
is.
new legs.
Mhm.
Oh, I already have
So
legs.
we're getting more and more
Having more
questions
legs is
and not getting enough answers here. So what are we doing, guys?
I think it's this. I think we need to go back to our review what we have because we've got a lot more information, a lot more. Because Stargate Corp might have another idea what they want to do with us.
Yeah, why they didn't send Hammond is another question, but yes.
So Hammond
Are
might
we?
want to look at the information and decide what we're doing. There.
Can we get the address code for the Stargate on 74, please?
Yeah,
We have it. It's
It
on
has
the map.
already been given to you.
Okay.
So
Making sure.
I'm guessing if we're seeing it on the map, we've got the address code. There.
Yes. If it's on the map, you have the address for it.
Can I get the
Okay.
address code for the other 1,600 nodes, please?
Data unavailable.
I wonder
his an-
why.
That's his fuck you.
Yes, I wonder why. It would just be a sea of green.
Actually, better yet,
Sea of green.
what are the closest other nodes to 75?
Fuck you.
Okay, the closest nodes in 2 light years.
Shiva disappears.
I
None.
think we're
There's no
talking about-
solar systems within 2 light years of Earth.
Okay, say
No,
10
no, no.
light
We're
years.
talking about the closest Stargate to the Solarians was 2 light years from their home world.
I was talking about Earth. If there's any other nodes in our area besides 74.
Yeah, I don't think. it'll be
I
that.
was trying
Also,
to.
Shiva
ask you.
literally just crashed.
Awesome. someone spilled coffee on Shiva.
I think it's my question of. Oh, Shiva crash
Reboot.
Did Shiva really actually crash, or did Shiva just like
Shiva
I'm
vanished.
done?
That's all you know.
All right, I think it's us taking the information back.
I think it's Wooster trying to end the stream.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Shiva ran out of battery.
She was just. had a
Please
memory
insert new
corruption.
token.
Oh,
Are there any cigar-shaped holes? We
Jaelle
could
is
stick
not doing
one of the
dance.
old cigars from the other world on it. Yeah.
Right.
Also, I do have work tomorrow, so please have this.
24
Yeah, so do
hours
I.
straight. 24 hours straight.
No.
Anyway.
I've got work tomorrow also, so. I can't do it.
You guys
Right.
are fine.
I
Why
think
do you guys
Max
work
is
on
gonna-
Sundays? I don't know.
You don't work, shut up.
What was that too?
I haven't worked in almost 2 years. I don't want to hear it.
My last work day was 4 years ago today. Yay! Well, I didn't actually work on it, but my
So
last day of employment.
So I'm just gonna go. Look, I think we just need to go.
Report back. Yes,
Report
let's
back.
report back.
Okay. Well, and
If
this
they'll if they'll let us leave.
Oh no, no one's stopping you from leaving.
Okay.
You can die
Especially
alive.
after, especially with the fact that Jaelle actually danced. I think they're definitely not going to.
Report back. Doug is shitting himself. By the way, is Mrs. White's first name Betty?
I know.
Hey.
I wasn't asking Shiva.
She has never revealed that.
Time to do some
Her,
research.
her first name is Mrs.
Mrs. Yes.
The only person that's probably gonna get close is Doug. He's probably gonna get the first letter, and that's it.
Yeah, it's M. I followed by
Mrs. Like Mrs.
M
Wooster.
R S.
It was like Mr. T, his
Oh
actual...
no, they're actually Mr. S. White. Yeah, that's it. MRS. Or Mr. Swite. Mr. Swite. Or
Question: As we're
Mademoiselle
walking,
Roosevelt.
as we're heading back, can I ask like the person that we followed, where are the women and children here?
There are none.
Got it. Okay.
What is
I
the
have-
population of this planet? And have we
I don't
seen
know.
everybody?
When there's no women and children, I don't even know if they actually. I don't want to know how they reproduce.
I'm guessing this is like a cutout so that we come here and they just like we go from A to C to get to B. Well, they come here to deal with other people's. Maybe I'm just guessing.
So you return back to your world, report in. And that is where we end the session.
Oh, no reporting. Oh,
Where we're already half an hour over time, and I have to go to sleep. Seriously. It's
You
gonna
don't
take
need
us
to
like
sleep.
15 minutes to unload anyway.
Sleep is for the dead. You know this by now.
Yeah.
they're
I'm
actually
dead.
How long in Earth time were we gone?
About 12 hours.
And was it 12 hours for us?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no one of these time fuck up things. Okay.
It felt like 3 hours, but it was actually 12. So
Felt like
even
3.5
according to your
me,
watch.
but
So.
Okay.
Well, we took half an hour to just ramble and another half
Yes.
an hour for you to get through the door.
That is true too.
There is that minor flaw, yes.
And like the 21 minutes we were trying to figure out, right, who are we taking with us?
Yeah,
And as it turns out, it didn't matter.
it actually
Yeah, I did it.
So the other ones would have had more strong opinions on things. You took
They
the
were
one that is
faithful.
like, I'm just here to shoot at things. There's nothing to shoot.
We
I'll play
took the right
Tetris.
person then.
Mm.
It's not all my fault.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I did miss playing with you guys. It's fun.
And we missed you too, Wooster. We kept throwing rocks and we keep missing you.
I still have the bullets that hit the wall. I had them dug out.
I only threw rocks. Sorry, no bullets.
Oh no, that was Jaelle.
Oh, okay.
I am not being blamed as the driver. Thank you very much, Don.
You drove us insane.
Yes, we're now stuck in a river in Paris.
Yeah, that's a good one. The knowers will know.
Okay, do I really want to copy and paste these directions?
Are you taking Google Map directions too?
Yeah, well, I'm going to Control C and then I'll paste that somewhere. Smartphone seems like a really stupid place to do it, so I'll do it there. Control V.
Hey, I got some credit out of the fact that I led everyone to Atlantis.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry for not thinking of the black belt maneuver before.
Wooster, you can't try someone crazy when someone is already crazy to start with.
No, it depends on how much madness he wants to add to it.
Mm.
And this is Wooster.
Yeah.
Once you're drowning in the river in Paris, it doesn't matter how much more water you add.
Yes, it does. You could get crushed by the weight of the water.
Well, it depends where you're adding it.
Mm-hmm.
On
It
top
could be
of.
added to one side, and it'll just push.
It
you
also
out
could be
wherever.
added in solid form, where it could, you know.
Jeez.
I see what you did there.
So now this reminds me, I saw something on the internet, and that is ice a rock?
Define rock.
Yeah.
According to geologists, it is. Ice is
Ow.
a rock.
How is it a rock? I have ice in my cup right now. How is it a rock?
Well, it's solid, isn't it?
For right now, but it's turning into liquid.
So
It
it's
doesn't-
yeah.
Then it's not ice anymore.
Yeah.
Once it's,
It-
the ice itself is the solid.
Also, if hear me out, ice is a rock. Is water lava?
No.
The answer to that is lava is a rock that has melted. Lava is any
We're back to define rock, but
lava is any rock that has been liquefied by temperature.
Well, then in which case I'm saying ice isn't a rock.
And by this logic, if ice is rock, then I am a lava monster. Because I'm made mostly out of lava.
Hmm.
Yes, Wooster, we all love you.
There's always more crazy.
I
Froggy,
am so
Froggy
happy I
gives a
just
purple
not-
heart.
I'm so happy I did not choke on my ice, so I just put it in my mouth.
Yeah, you better wait for it to turn into lava first.
Wooster.
Yeah, they made a famous movie
I love
about
my cuppa.
ice turning into water. What was that movie called? Yeah, The Lava Story. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
It
I
went
do
too-
love my chopper.
When a boy molecule, H2O molecule, and a girl H2O molecule get together and fuse themselves together
It becomes a big
I don't-
boom.
at a rock party, and then they get into a fight and then they melt apart, and there's no more lava there anymore.
Yeah, it's by the way.
Can we really stop with the bad bee puns? Bee budget
when-
puns.
When people say that famous saying, "Ah, well," I say, "3 big holes in the ground with dehydrated H2O molecules in an aqueous suspension in them."
Ah,
I
look
wanna
at
hit
that.
you with
3 aquifers.
I want to hit you with my straw right now, both of you. The one above me, and then the one at the very bottom of the Zoom. That's
Don't
not-
threaten us with a good
What?
time.
Is that the last straw? Okay, we can stop now.
I can't handle you boys. I seriously can't some days. Today's one of them.
Just wait until all of your boys are in the late teens.
Actually, if
Oh
you
no,
take that,
I'm sending them out to the European countries when that happens.
As if you could afford it.
Sarah, if you take that and then stick it underground, underground,
You
it, turns
seriously
in,
want to finish that?
it turns into a fruit. It's a strawberry.
You actually had to finish that.
Oh.
You seriously suck right now, and that's
Ah.
a very bad pun.
I suck right now through the straw? What? No. Got her!
And I wonder why I haven't quit yet. Oh wait, Wooster knows everything about me. I can't quit.
Yes, I have you circled around my pinky.
Actually, my mom wanted to kidnap me for a movie, Wooster, and I said, "You don't want my phone going off from Finland." And she goes, "Who in Finland has your?" And she goes, "No, I'm not going to ask. I think I already know." I go, "Yeah."
That guy. I'm really possessive. So, warning. Do not join this role-playing group if you don't want your private life stolen by Duty for Wooster.
You don't know that much about me.
You know
No,
so much
you
about
know.
me. What are you talking about?
That is revealed.
Well, you do know more about me than anybody else in the group.
Mm-hmm. I have my tracking technology on you.
Yeah, it's called Facebook.
Yeah.
They
That-
do the
that-
work
that's-
for you.
That's actually used as a plot point in the new Rescue Rangers movie. I'm gonna keep an eye. I'm going to have him followed. Takes up Facebook. Follow.
I haven't seen the new Chip and Dale movie.
It's actually pretty good. I was positively
Is that about
surprised by it.
dancers?
Yes,
Wrong, Chip and Dale.
yeah, it is
okay.
actually about also those Chip and Dales. That's a spoiler. Have fun with it.
I rather see Thunder from Down Under, but that's just me because I'm a female.
I just say, it's a good movie. There's surprisingly many nice twists and turns in it. But yes, I do believe it is about time we end this banta. And we
You
find
sure?
somebody to raid, because we need to get there. We need
Yeah,
the
yeah.
visibility ready.
We need friends and I live
Yeah.
at high places.
Yeah, we're never gonna get there.
We need
But
high friends in places.
we need high friends in low places or something along those lines.
Well, Lawful Stupid's on.
I don't want to go that low.
I've got Chaotic Stupid D&D, and I've got the Patrononics 1, 2, 3, 4.
Patronics 1, 2, 3, 4.
But we came from Lawful Stupid.
Let's return.
That's Lawful Stupid. This is Chaotic Stupid, so we're going the other direction.
A lot more interesting.
There's none of the guys I know in it. These are all guys I don't know in Lawful Stupid at the moment.
I'm getting an ad, so I'll let you know in a minute.
I don't get an ad for some reason. Huh. Yeah, let's hate these guys. Because why not? They don't know us.
I know the DM, and I know Vara.
Yeah, I don't know any of these guys, but yeah, that's just me.
Do you remember James?
No.
Okay, well.
I see
Vara's
I see a group
played by
doing
his wife. Ooh, and one of them's really
vampires.
horny.
Yes, one of them is.
I actually see somebody actually doing vampires.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rate that. Unless I get
Oh,
it done.
come on.
They suck.
Exactly.
I like the Requiem. Come on, guys.
Anyways, we're doing the raid, so wish your... Oh, we don't have a caller, so... Everybody...
Yeah, we can wish it to him. Bonus nachos, everybody. And we're out.
His legs are moving along as he goes, but he obviously doesn't realize he's not the one moving himself forward, as his mouth is running quite continually as he is... What exactly is it
No, we're
you're
not.
explaining to